Hello everyone. Hope everyone had a great weekend. It is Sunday, January 29th. I just want to go over GROM, which I didn't on Friday. It was my only trade of the day. It was a fantastic trade. Finally put a little bit more size behind the trade, and it worked out perfectly. So let's just dive right into this. Let me show you the daily. The general pattern here that we're looking for was the multi-day bounce. So we got that run up going from the 150s or so all the way up into the 4-ish area. Yeah, the spike actually kind of starts a little bit before the 150s. It really starts more around the 140s, 130s, but that general area. So we get a nice push higher. Um, and it gets all the way actually to the low twos if you take a look at after or pre-market here. So now that after this day, it had a red day and it's failing, it's way off the highs. I'm just looking for that momentum shift of shorts locking in profits and possibly dip buyers coming back as well. If it's a big name, that's why we like it to be at least 150% runner. I want eyes to be there. I want it to be a play that someone might have been annoyed at missing at, and when it comes back down for the dip, they might be entering back in. So here we got GROM failing to break down, and as we usually talk about, we're looking for that high day break for the momentum shift trigger. And in this case, it was a bit slow. It took about an hour for it to develop, but it still worked out. And it was just following the trend and the overall momentum on the day. Because on the live stream in the morning on Friday, so what I was talking about is okay, so we're getting a little bit of a perk in the morning, right at the open, but that's kind of hard to tell if it's going to be a momentum shift because the past two mornings there was a little spike in the morning. But the only difference is this one here tried to hold up, but it double topped and then faded. And the first one just went straight up and then came all the way back down. So I was looking for a difference in that. Can it hold up? Can it confirm the high a day? Can demand start coming in as it's uptrending, holding these key areas? And looking for that differential made me acknowledge the momentum shift on the day where yes, this one is coming to high a day. It's holding it. There's a little bit of a volume perk behind it compared to some of the morning action here the past few days. So when I saw the difference in the way it was acting, I thought there was a good chance that we'll be getting that squeeze all the way to I think it was 244. That was the ideal exit as I mapped it out 30% from the previous close, which was 1.88 times 0.3, that's 56 cents, plus 1.88. Yeah, we'll just round up. 245. And it did get there and exceeded it a little bit. So very nice to see this thing work with the data, work with what we've known, and I was able to finish the week with a nice trade. I had the confidence to slowly size in here a bit more and more, so I got 1,000 shares in this. Haven't had a $2,000 position in. I don't know. I think it might have been that might have been the first one this year. Who knows? I'll have to look back, but a little bit different than the past couple weeks where I've been going super small size and not having super a big amount of confidence in my plays. This one felt different. It's a bread and butter pattern, and it was proving everything to me, and it worked out nicely. So that's what I mainly wanted to go over, just a momentum shift, what we're looking for, the high at daybreak, because I know I always talk about it. I put it in the watch list, and for those who weren't here last year where I was a broken record on this, here it is again. We're looking for that high at daybreak, uptrending, a little bit of perk and demand. Just look for differences in the way it was fading and the way it's acting when you're trying to trade it. That's essentially what I was looking at on Friday. So worked out pretty nicely. And overall, Friday wasn't too bad. There were a couple of decent plays, but really mid late day where lately we've been having some solid action, there really wasn't much. It was just a little bit in the morning, and unless my scanners were missing them, I was just missing the plays. I didn't see anything fantastic, and who knows if that is a bit of a momentum shift in the overall market. We've had a very strong month where pretty much every single day there's a couple of 100% plus movers. Whether it's the morning, midday, late day, we're getting them different times. So I did notice how Friday it was more one-sided with the morning trading, and then after that there just wasn't a whole ton of momentum, at least that I noticed. So I'll keep an eye out for that when preparing for tomorrow, seeing how the momentum is. Overall here, markets are moving higher. Who knows if this is going to be a nice big squeeze or if it's just a dead cat bounce. But yeah, we'll just wrap it up there. I'm not going to go over anything else. GROM, fantastic multi-day bounce, recognizing the momentum shift, and here we are teaching it. So hope this was useful. You recognized it on Friday, maybe played it, or maybe you didn't nail it properly. You got faked out with some of the slow movement here. Good to review and go over all the other multi-day bounces like OTRK. That was a good example from last week or earlier in the week, where same deal. Oh, 1 second. So you get that failure to push even lower. It holds up a little bit and acts a little weird compared to what I'm used to, but still acting differently than what it was doing and just fading and fading and fading. That's why we look for that failure to break down and the consolidation. Consolidation is a key part of this play as it proves that it's able to hold up and not just get stuffed and push lower and lower. How long a play holds around a certain price is also something to factor in as well. So when it's holding up here, failing to push lower, giving us the same price action as the few days before that, I'm seeing something different. And this one is something I missed. I was a bit too cautious. I didn't really like the way it moved in the morning, being in this range, having a hard time really bursting higher. But overall, it kept making higher lows and holding trend before it really squeezed. So that's what I kept to account when taking GROM. And it might not set up perfectly the way you want, but as long as the overall momentum is there, stick to it until it shifts and plays dead. But right here, you got that solid high at daybreak that we always talk about, and it just rips up 30 cents. Absolutely insane move. So multi-day bounces, pretty good plays if you keep tracking them. If there's something you're comfortable with, getting that reversal because they're not really supposed to be all day monster squeezes. It's just within 10, 20, 30 minutes, maybe longer at times, where you get this fat squeeze, and then usually the play is dead. You either go sideways or just fades the whole day. Um, don't get too carried away with these kinds of plays, although sometimes they do take off over that average 30% move from previous close. Always better to play it safe, in my opinion. So don't overdo it. Take your quick gains and just bounce. Alrighty. I'll be back here in a minute with another video lesson going over the top plays for tomorrow, January 30th. I just want to go over the multi-day bounce, GROM. So yeah, we'll catch you all later.